All right, I think I'm live. Hey, welcome. My name is Alex Trost. I am a front end developer from New Haven, Connecticut. I am right now doing a month where I am trying to teach myself animation. Well, not teach myself. I'm using resources like Sarah Drasner's awesome SVG animations. I think that's backwards for me, but I think you can see it. And just trying to make something every day, trying to learn a little bit every day, and put something out there every single day. And posted something yesterday, and Swizzik, I want to say Sean Wang, on Twitter kind of suggested I do this, and it kind of terrified me, so I kind of knew I had to do it. So yeah, here we are. So I have an idea for today. I don't want to talk too much about stuff that isn't what I want to do, but I have an idea for creating something with staggering animations. I've got this chapter. I'm not going to show you a book, but basically, staggering animations are when one thing fires and then another thing and then another thing. So, like one following the thing that happened before it. So this is kind of you can kind of see, like, as one thing falls, the other ones start to fall after. They don't all go at the same time. So I've got an idea for that, as well as, like, I'm going to combine it with an illustration. I'm not an illustrator. I feel um, like I'm not good at it, and that's why I kind of want to do it more to get better. So enough talk. I'm going to flip this over to, I hope I can flip this over to screen share. Oh, shoot. Am I not able to? Yeah, here we go. Oh, no. Did I just go live and I didn't figure out the screen share aspect of this. This is so funny. Settings. Hold on. Yeah, that's hilarious. And no one is watching, so uh, how do you even do this? I'm clicking around the Google Hangouts thing, which usually has something right there. I'm clicking settings. Man, I knew something was gonna bomb. I just didn't know what it was. Boy. Control room. Yep, I might have to just delete this. First stab at this. Maybe this app can't even do this. Oh, here we go. I think I got it. All right. Really apologize for that delay. Yeah, let's head over here. Screen share this. Cool. All right. I think you guys can see that now. Sorry for that, like 30 seconds of, well, no promises that anything else is gonna be more fun. All right. Screen sharing, present to everyone. Cool. All right. Hopefully this is working. Gonna keep on going. So, we're gonna be using CodePen, but I'm really inspired for this one from this illustrator, Casey Ligon. I hope I'm getting her name right. Follow her on Instagram, and she was always posting these really cool things. And she uses a lot of actual food items. So she does a lot of work for lots of different companies, and I kind of want to do one with Skittles, I think. So I want to illustrate some Skittles and have them spell out something. I don't know if she's done that exactly, but I'm not trying to copy word for word or whatever, but just kind of get this idea of using a food item to illustrate words, right? Nothing too novel, but that's the idea. All right, so Skittles, let's pull it up. Let's pull up a reference image, right? All right, so we've got that. I kind of want it a top-down view, so that's pretty good there. But I kind of want it sitting. Here we go. Oh God, why are they doing a yogurt flavor? Why? Anyway, I'm not a huge Skittles fan or anything. I just think it'll look cool with a bunch of Skittles coming out to spell something. Not sure what I want to spell yet, but here we go. All right, that might not be big enough. I'm looking for one that has some decent lighting to it. Like, this is weird lighting. I'm not going to do like a photorealistic Skittle, but I do want something that's going to give me a somewhat three-dimensional looking Skittle. So we'll see how this goes. Pasting that in. I'm going to collect a couple reference images, and then we can illustrate a Skittle. Copy image. These are all at different angles. I kind of just want like the S on top. Even an M&M might be good. Maybe I'll switch to M&Ms. I'm not married to Skittles. Not a huge thing. Here we go. That looks, yeah, let's see M&Ms. All right. And these are like flatter, so that's going to look better when my illustration sucks, I think. Yeah, that doesn't look as bad flat. Let's go with M&Ms. This video is now brought to you by M&Ms. I'm switching sponsors. No, not really. All right, so we've got basic M&M shape here. Sorry if this is giving anyone motion sickness. All right, so grabbing an ellipse. So drawing these here, and then we're gonna export them as SVGs, and then using GreenSock, we'll be able to animate them. Let me just kind of go over what I want to do. Yeah, so Casey Logon, I want to do some kind of script with these M&Ms now. I'll find that script at fonts.google.com probably. If I can't find a good one here that I like, I'll check out DaFont or one of those millions of other font sites. Let's see what we got. Got display handwriting, so let's drop these. Let's see if we get anything good from that. So see what we're getting. Are we getting anything that looks scripty? That's not bad. I kind of want something a little more swashbuckly. All right, well, we'll find something here. I should have looked over a font before I went live. That might be. I want a fancy S. I don't know if I think she has some good S's in her stuff. No, they're all pretty simple. That might not be a badass. I don't know. So let's go ahead and illustrate this M&M. This is going to be the building block for everything else. So don't know if I'm going to be able to get these reflections right. I'd be able to use a couple advanced gradient stuff or gradient tools in Illustrator, but I'm not great with those, and I don't know how that's going to transition over to SVG. So let's just give it a shot with, first off, finding an M. Do we want to stick with a real M&M kind of style? We might be able to. So that's a like a block serif, it looks like. So I'm trying to think of block serif fonts that would work. And on live stream, I'm totally blanking on my block serif fonts that I might even know off the top of my head. So let's just go with, that looks half decent. I think Cooper Black might be one. Yeah, that's a little more rounded. I don't want that as much. Cooper Standard might be better. Let's take a look. Yeah, that feels better, that top one. Let's just go with that. Not looking for perfection here. This is not an illustration project, really. So I'm trying to always remind myself of what the focus is, because putting out one thing a day, if I get lost in the weeds, it just doesn't happen. Let's give this a random color for the background and make this white. That's a little big. Is bold the right one? Semi-bold might. Once again, the weeds, right? So let's go a little smaller. Wish this was a little bit taller. I wish it was a baller. If I had a girl, something, I'd call her. I'm not sure. So create outlines here. It doesn't look too bad. Even just like that. That might be decent, but let's start adding a little bit of detail. So I'm making a copy of it and gonna create, I'm trying to think of how to do this shadow with a blur with SVG. Let's Google this. SVG shadow blur. SVG has some filters that I haven't really played with. So let's see what we've got. SVG drop shadows. FE drop shadow. So it looks like they have a filter. I might have to put this back on once I export this to, oh wait, hold on. I remember seeing in here SVG filters. This looks like kind of what we want, right? Yeah. All right. We're on the right track. Just that 7 was a little much. So SVG filters, let's go 4. Yeah, you see how we're getting this weird line at the top? Not sure what to do about that. Can I, if I shrink it, will it go away? No. Hmm. Oh, okay. It's just because it's so small. All right. So let's scale everything up. Cool. So I don't want a red shadow. Go off of black, but will that be too black? Drop the opacity now. I really should time myself on this part of the task because I feel like I get bogged down too much in um, the illustration part. All right, so now I've got a little bit of shadow, adds a little bit of depth, but I want this to have a gradient, but I don't want to get too lost in. Sorry, and by gradient I mean like I want to have some shine and some shadow on the M&M so it doesn't look flat like it does here. Um, but I don't want to actually lose the ability to change this red. I want like a base red because I'm going to be not exporting a bunch of different M&Ms. I want to randomize the color. So it's a little more programmatic and a little more random than just me picking which. I don't want to export a blue and a green and a red and a brown. I want to export one color and then change that through JavaScript. So that's the goal, and I'm just trying to think of how to achieve that. I think I'm gonna have to draw some paths. Let's see what we've got here. So let's see if we can. So I'm busting out the brush tool. All right, so we kind of have a dark edge. Will that help? See if we can. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. So, sorry, like I said, not an illustrator. This is probably gonna be the most painful part of this whole process. That's not true. This entire process will be painful. Yeah, that was shit. All right, let's try it again. I promise you, if this doesn't work in 5 minutes, I will just go ahead and do whatever. We will have a flat M&M. Nope, I want this. Cool. That's actually not at all what I want. I want this. That's what we want. All right. Is that what we want? At this point, I'm starting to wonder. All right. So let's go for maybe like a highlight right here. No. So this is normally the part that no one sees, and I can spend 20 minutes goofing around, trying to figure out how to draw a highlight. But now that I'm having to perform, it's a little more, not nerve-wracking, but, you don't wanna waste people's time. Not that anyone's watching this or will watch, but, um, you know, performing is just different. Is this performing? I don't watch any, live streams or anything like that, so I'm, like, kind of coming into what feels like a genre, not knowing anything. Be like becoming a folk singer and never having heard of Bob Dylan. It's just, it's probably a mistake is what I'm saying, but, hey, who really cares, right? Internet is so big that all this stuff gets to just slide under the radar. It's actually kinda comforting when you think about it. Alright, almost to something that I can show you. Okay, so I just realized this probably looks awful right now. I'm gonna hide this in a sec, don't worry. And then I'm gonna mess with some opacity and see how this goes. I actually might turn this into a so right now that was a path, and with object expand appearance, I turn that into a shape. So I'm now going to cut out the parts of that shape that aren't well, that are off the M&M. Sorry if I'm breathing right into the mic, but I have not learned how to not do that yet. No, I'm gonna use Pathfinder, and there we go. And now let's do some opacity. Hmm. Yeah, the parts where they overlap looks weird. We don't have to do that. It actually doesn't look bad though, right? It kind of looks nice and shiny. M&Ms aren't as shiny as Skittles, I feel like, but maybe I'll drop the opacity a little. I need to crop out the parts where they overlap because it's got, see how it's got this kind of like dark meets light here. It's got these hard edges. That's what I'm kind of trying to replicate. In case that wasn't clear, I'm not used to saying aloud all the things that I'm doing with illustration, but and really this would fade off. So let's actually do that in a sec. First I'm gonna take care of, so I'm gonna duplicate this, select the duplicate and select this, and then go to subtract minus front, I think, but that might delete. Yep, that's perfect. Cool. So that's looking better already. I kind of want to fix this part up. Let's will this rounding work? Yeah, look at that. Slick. All right, cool. Thanks, Illustrator. That feature is so nice. And then what I want to do, right? I'm gonna make a copy just so I can always go back to this. But I want to try to make it so it fades in because like this doesn't have a hard edge. Like that's a hard edge there, it looks like, but the rest just kind of fades into the rest of the M&M. So I kind of want to replicate that. And I know that the browser can do gradients in SVG, so we're gonna give that a shot. I'm trying to think what to do with this one. Okay, just fanning this out, not in a, it just, it's not looking great yet, but it'll get there, maybe. Not sure how far to go. Let's go a little bit farther. And then I'm gonna smooth all these out because they're all janky. All right, grab that smooth tool. Ooh, nice. All right, gradient tool. I need a gradient that goes from white to transparent, basically. It's trying to do the border. Let's get rid of that. Don't want a border. Nope, still don't want a border. All right, so need a gradient that goes from, that's looking good. So like that-ish. But I don't want to have it show that edge. I want that edge to just fade out. So the black is going to be actually just opacity 0, but I also want it to be white opacity 0, if that makes sense. I don't want it to start to fade to black. If that, yeah, see how that changed? Even though it was opacity 0, we were still getting that gray in the middle, and I don't want that. I just want the opacity to drop. So that's what we're getting now. Cool. It's looking almost great. Let's bring out this black shadow. Let's add point and might just try to fade that off too. See how it's looking weird there? It's like a hard edge. That's strange now. It's gonna bother me. But I can't spend too much time on this. Yeah, let's just take care of that and then we can maybe move on. I'm looking at it, I'm like, that's gonna be a needle in my eye for the rest of this video live stream thing. So let's try to take care of it. I'm not even sure how without a gradient. How do we fade that off? Okay, kind of like that, because that part's not bothering me. This part is. So instead of pulling it that way, let's pull this out this way. I'll take care of that. Let's get rid of this point. Don't need it, I don't think. Can we move you in a little more? Yeah, and this doesn't have to be pixel perfect. It's going to be mostly, well, it's going to be real small. You know, these are tiny little things, but I would like it to be good enough to zoom in on if possible. Let's kill this point now. All right, cool. All right, so drop this shadow one more time, making a copy of the M&M to use as a, I don't know what you call it, a clipping mask or something, but just because that gets taken out. Nice. All right. So I'm happy with that. All right. It's not perfect, but you get a 3D feel from it. I hope. I don't know. And then yeah, a little more shadow. Cool. So I'm going to, did I already expand the text? I might have. Yeah, I did. Cool. So that's outlines. It's no longer editable text. I've got a couple SVG elements. Hopefully this thing transition or copies over to CodePen well. Let's actually test that right now. The cool thing about Illustrator is that you can just copy as if, you know, like the way I'm copying and pasting like that. And if you bring it into text, it will create a pen. It will paste SVG. So it's pretty awesome. We're going to compress it with SVG OMG, but I first just want to test and make sure. Hey, awesome. Cool. So that's working. Looks pretty good. We have our shadow too. Let's just zoom in on that to make sure. Actually, let's just kill the usually exports with a height and a width. And we can just kill that because we're going to be doing our own thing with that. So nice. Look at that shadow. Very cool. SVG shadows look pretty nice. All right. So now what I usually do, I just put a class. Oops, I have caps lock on. Class equals, let's just go image. I know it's probably a terrible practice, but that's the habit I've gotten into these last few days. Max height. Cool. 100 view height. And so that just kind of locks it in so we can look at it. All right. Happy with that. And let's actually go, let's just make this like small to see how this looks as a tiny M&M. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty happy with that. Let's go 5 because I think this would be pretty tiny. Yeah. All right. Nice. Yeah. So now we've got our base element. I want to build up, you know, something like this. Not exactly this. I am not a letterer, and this is what that is what this is. This is called lettering when you're seeing these kind of like custom made designs, right? Like she's not using a font. That's not a font that she's like copying. She is a letterer. She's good at creating these custom things. I am not that. I don't know how to do this. So I'm going to cheat by using a font. And the drawback to fonts is that you don't usually get like this kind of feel that like it was all built for each other, right? Like this is a very specific design for yes, where it all kind of fits well. It fits nicely together. So that's kind of the trade-off there, right? This is not a font. You would get two different G's. Like you saw the G's are different there. It's not going to be great, but it'll be fine. It's not going to be great, but it'll be fine. And that's what we're looking for. That might be it. So I'm thinking of just doing a stupid punny kind of thing of like life is sweet or just some garbage like that that doesn't actually mean anything. Just for something to make. I'm really trying to get outside my head of like, that's not cool. No, that's not cool either. just trying to do anything. So life is sweet. Let's see if is there anyone in the chat? I highly doubt it, but nope, no one. So I was gonna kick it to the one person that was there, but we don't have anybody, and that's cool. Um, so let's see, what should I do? Um, let's just go with life is sweet, and then go sweet. All right. I'm not going to use that same American typewriter font. Let's just go with Avenir to start, or maybe Proxima Sans. Been liking that since we used it for the overlap website. Oh, I probably should mention that I do a podcast with my cousin, who is a graphic designer and who is way better at this kind of stuff than I am. Um, it is called The Overlap, and we basically talk about all the things that are between or overlapping between development and front end web design or front end development. No, sorry, I can't talk and do this at the same time. Between design and front end development, so everything between typography and React, Angular, illustration, whatever. We're gonna cover it at some point. So it's been a lot of fun. All right, back to this because apparently I can't talk and work at the same time. I can just kill sweet here because I'm not going to use that font. But life is, that looks pretty decent. Maybe this. Just look. I don't know what I want exactly, but I feel like I'm gonna know it if I see it. Or I will scroll forever. I don't know. Yeah, let's go with this. All right, so I don't need the actual font. I don't really want to install a font right now. So I'm just gonna do a screenshot of this. Hopefully I'm not breaking any rules. I don't think that's against the rules for a font that is free and available. But if it is, I apologize. So now comes the tricky part of all right, so basically what I want to do is I want to use staggering, I guess, to create multiple M&Ms and have them kind of like spit out of a bag or something and spell out sweet. All right, so they're gonna kind of fly out of the bag one after another, and that's the staggering part. And they're going to kind of assemble into this. So if you can imagine like the strawberries coming out of, I don't know, strawberry bag or whatever, and it's this one first, and then this one, and then this one, and then this one, just like one after another, boom, 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 like all the way down like dominoes. And that's kind of the idea. So now here's the hard part of figuring out like coordinates for these to go to, or just figuring out the best way to make those move around. Maybe I should have live streamed something that I already know how to do. Because so the idea here is let's move the M&Ms onto the illustration, right? Or to cover sweet. Let's start, moving them and overlapping, because I'm not going to do anything fancy other than just drawing circles on top of this and try to fill it out. Oh, and that was another thing that I needed in the font that I guess I didn't verbalize. I wanted it to have relatively the same width. Like if this was a calligraphy font, it wouldn't have really worked. Like you see how this gets thicker and thinner as you, why does that disappear? As you move around the, okay, forget you. That's annoying. All right, so this is like thin parts and thick parts, and it doesn't really work for what I'm going for because I'm just using M&Ms. I don't have many thin M&Ms and thick M&Ms. But basically the idea is just to pile these up next to each other and then kind of get their coordinates. I guess I could use Illustrator coordinates and hope it transfers over. Or would GreenSock allow me to? I might be able to, yeah, I'm trying to think. Because if I'm just doing circles, that wouldn't be that hard. But this is a few more aspects to it, right? There's more than just one coordinate for this. There's a few things in there because all this is going to output to, and I hope it does it, is a circle. So if I paste this in here, yeah, it just gives me circle, and it gives me the center for the X and the center for the Y, and it gives me the radius of that circle. So that's really easy to manipulate and maneuver, right? It's just going to be the X, and it's going to be the Y. The radius will stay the same. But my M&M, let's make this a little bigger. My M&M's a little bit different. I've got my circle, I'm sure. Let's see where that is. Probably at the bottom. No, second to bottom. There's my filter. This is where my filter is applied, I believe. Is that what that is? Yeah, class st0. st0 gets a filter, right? So that is my shadow, and this is my actual M&M. And so it's a little bit of a complex shape. The cool thing is I'll be able to reuse these styles. I don't think I'll have to paste these. I should just bring these into the CSS and see if that works. Yep, so it dies there. If I bring it here, boom, we're back. Cool. So that's going to be nice to be able to reuse these styles over and over. But yeah, I don't know. I might be striking out a little bit with figuring out how to get these to move from one point to another, because I want them to all be off screen. And let's grab let's see, settings, JavaScript. So green sock, yeah, GSAP. And so you've got that. So I can go ahead and do cheating and looking at the book to remember how to get this started. So I think it's tween max. Yeah, so here we go. TL eager var timeline max. No, I'm forgetting. So give me one sec. Oh, new timeline max, right? Cool. New timeline max. And then on TL, does this shape have a... Yeah, so that's image, right? So we can just, what is a terrible name for it? Let's put this in a group. So we can kill the style and the defs. So I'm gonna make it a group, and I'm going to bring this all the way down here. Got our shadow and our highlight there, and then we're gonna finish this group. I'm gonna give that group let's give it an ID. Normally do class name, but ID is, no, it shouldn't have an ID because it'd be a lot of these. Yeah, let's go ID because, oh, I just want this one. M and M1. I know that's not how you spell M&M, but I don't want to do ampersands. So TL.2, we've first argument is we pass it the selector for what we're manipulating. Then we do the time. So that's 1 second. It's not in what is it? Not microseconds, milliseconds. And then we tell it what to do. X, let's move it along the side, 100 of these units. There you go. So you see it move a little bit, right? Let's have it repeat -1. Yeah, so it's just going to do that forever. So that's what we've got. But as you can see, 100. And I need to learn real quick how to do it with this not being relative, but this being like absolute. Like I don't want it to be move 100 pixels right, but I want to use like a coordinate plane kind of thing where I want this to go to 100 comma 30, right? So that's what I kind of need to figure out, because here in Illustrator, we have, if we view the grid, show grid, we kind of have this grid. Let me multiply. All right, the grid isn't really there. But so I know where this is on the grid. If I look at the rulers, I see that like this position here, or even if I look at um, the actual circle that I'm trying to put down, it has its own coordinates. On the y and the x, it's at 439 and 424. If I move it along the side, you see that the x will change to 524. So that's what I kind of want to do. So let's find out if green sock has a move to point. I don't know. Let's just look at the API and see if we can figure out what this would be. And I'm not sure what to search. Timeline light, timeline max. All right. So these are a lot of functions, but I don't really want a function. I just want to I want more of a property, if that makes sense. That's cool. You got me. All right. Anyway, docs. Let's look at all the different things because right now I'm passing this x. Well, I'm passing an object with this x property, and I want more of like an x absolute or x something. All right, where are those properties? Yeah, two is nice. Left dot two. Sure, sure, sure. Special properties and callbacks. I don't need callbacks. On start, on smooth. Oh, maybe there's a function that lets me do it. No, yeah, I feel like they have to have this. Just don't know. Ooh, maybe this is it. Let's give this a shot. I have a feeling it's gonna be the same thing. That didn't do anything. What did I do wrong there? Create the timeline that repeats 3 times with 1 second between each repeat, and then add a tween. Huh. Was there a syntax error? Is that what it was? Left 200. No, that looks good. Top. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird that that's, let's try top 10, see if it needs to. Hmm. Yeah, I can't see how that's working. All right. So I definitely should have looked this up first, but this is me learning something else, right? This is me learning don't go live on live stream until you kind of know all the things. Or maybe this is common. I don't know. How many live streams are there where people just look through docs? It's probably right here and I'm missing it. Let's try green sock, move to grid, point. I don't want it to drag, but maybe there's something in there that I can work with. All right. Stagger targets duration from vars to vars. Really interesting, these, let's just try some of this. Here we go. Position. No, that's just the first thing. I don't know. Maybe this isn't doable. Maybe, see about Jefferson's pen here. Okay, live snap, X property, draggable of type X, Y, translate X. Right, because I think X is just a shorthand for these sorts of things. I don't want a draggable thing, but let's see. Well, that's cool. Let's see the code here. Thank you to Jamie Jefferson if this is helpful. And no thanks if it's not. No, not really. Draggable create, type left. So where's the timeline stuff? On drag start, on drag end. All right, so you got this draggable that we create. It takes a type left, throw props true, max duration, resistance, snap. Yeah, this is not what I'm looking for. That's all right. All right, so we might just have to honestly do it not by hand, but almost. That feels like that's the wrong way to go. Let's do tl.set. So we're going to set where this is to start. M and M1. And we're going to say it's top 0. Still trying to figure out what this top thing is. Let's go X negative 100. Does this have... No, CodePen's autocomplete isn't like... It's not that smart compared to other things like VS Code or even WebStorm. I wish it would tell me all the things I have available here. That makes development pretty slow with this. But, damn, yeah, I'm kind of hitting a wall. This, I think, is laid out already, but let's take a look at this. Yeah, this just has the HTML all laid out. Just reading through this. So they build this grid. Yeah, this has to be the part where like I take 20 minutes and go keep looking through things. I think I'm already taking a ton of time just to figure this out. So that's relative. Yeah, this is not, yeah, this is all relative to each object. This object dips down 60 and then comes back up and grows again, which is a cool effect. It's just not what I'm looking for. Index target. Position. Let's see. Yes. Of course. CodePen, why are you always doing this? You guys get DDoSed more than anyone I can think of. All right. So it seems like this is to do. Ah, the parent SVG's canvas. That's fine. That's what I want. Oh, hold on. Yeah, okay. I feel really dumb right now. So here we go. If I start everything at SVG point zero, so let's kind of do the demo here. So, all right, let's put this circle inside this parent. It's kind of had a light bulb moment. All right, we can do this. This is doable. Totally doable. Sorry for that long intermission, I guess we'll call it. Max height, let's go 100. So I'm setting the max height of the SVG itself to be 1, right? And then within that, we have like our coordinate plane, so to speak, if with the view box. So the view box I'm going to set to 300 by 300. Let's go 1,000 by 1,000, just so base 10, easy for my brain. Cool. All right, so I think I've got this. All right, so now what we can do is we can set everything to have its default at 0, or it's not its default. It's yeah, like it's x and y axis. Let's go to that circle. The circle's gonna be the easier one to show. So let's actually hide the rest. And then M1, you get hidden boy. Cool. So got my little black circle here. Let's change its center from 12 to 0, 0. That's gonna be like half off the thing. Yeah. So its dead center is at the very beginning of our view box. So now we can animate it from there, which like I'll put like a little skittle bag here at the corner, and they'll all like flow out of it and flow into their positions. So where's my JavaScript? From there, I can do, let's get rid of this. Does this guy have a, no. Let's go ID equals, I don't know, dot. So let's got U DOT. So now we want to go, let's put it right in the center. So X is 500, Y is 500. Yes. All right, cool. So this is what we have now. I need to set up my Illustrator file so it plays by the same rules. Basically, it goes from 0 at the top here to 1,000 by 1,000 at the bottom right. I'll make it a square design, and we can move each M&M into its specific spot. And I'm going to do that programmatically. I'll create an array. Var is positions, and that's going to be an array. I was going to say I have tuples, but this is JavaScript. An array. What's the best way to do coordinates in this? I guess an array of arrays. That sounds kind of janky, but so if you go 500 by 500, so the first thing is going to be the x, second will be the y, and then these are just all different arrays, or not necessarily all different arrays, all different coordinates. And then we go, let's go backwards, so 200 comma, but we'll also go down 800. So this first one will be positions 0 and then 0. So that first one talks about which number in the array we're doing. And then the second one talks about the x. So we're going to do the same thing, but the second one will be 0, 1. Then we, I'm going to get rid of this repeat. Let's actually pass that to the timeline max. And then we do 1, and 1. There we go. Cool. So that's gonna work, and instead of writing these out, I'll obviously just loop over those. But, yeah, that's how we're gonna build it out. We're gonna draw a thing, make sure that we're on a good core grid that goes 1,000 to 1,000, and, we'll find out X and Y of each. This is gonna work. Now it's just no, we have to build the thing. Alright, so, let's see. I'm gonna delete these guys. Oh, before we get too deep into that, let's see. Actually, no, it should be fine. I was gonna say let's see how it works with the M&Ms because it's a more complex thing. But let's bring that back. Just delete this ID and hand it to the M&M. So to make sure we don't go, super far and then wind up shooting ourselves in the foot. So let's go. Yeah, it's much bigger. So that's gonna be. It should be fine. It's starting from up here, but it's starting at the corner, I think. What if we do TL dot set uh, hashtag that, and then we're gonna pass the object, and I want it to have what is it? Transform origin. That did not seem to take, but maybe it did. I don't know. We can deal with those nitty gritties later. For now, I'm gonna have to scale this down and hope it doesn't lose anything about it. Hope that shadow doesn't get messed up is really what I'm worried about. Oh, looks pretty good still. Cool. All right. Then we need to look at our artboard. Right now it's 640 by 512. Or wait. Oh no, that's like its position. It's this by that. So 1000, 1000. Sick. All right, cool. So life is sweet. Gotta hate myself for doing that, but you gotta do what you gotta do. That scale isn't working. I'm not sure why. Kind of want this to look cool. Actually, if I'm saying inspired by the tools she puts around it, like definitely like an M&M bag coming out the or yeah, an M&M bag like at the top corner, mainly now to hide the entry point for our M&Ms. Right? I don't want to just appear. It'd be cool if they come out of the bag. But past that, she just has so many cool things around it. It's like really nice framing. And I don't want to get into illustrating a ton of other things, but trying to think of just how to do that. Maybe just like lines. How to that's so cool. Look at that. Look at that. How do you even do that? I can barely get that stuff on my burger, let alone. All right. So life is sweet. What if we do like a swooshy bottom? Not yeah, like yeah, almost like that. Right there. So I'm just gonna do two, maybe 3 points. Let's do 2 points and then add one with Illustrator. So object path, add points, add anchor points. So then trying to think of how. Yeah, I don't want that. I want to do nope. Like this. Yeah, I think kind of like that. Cool. All right, I want it to be maybe around the same width as that. Let's see. Does that look good? Let's make this darker. Uh, Cool. Not worried about color right now. That's already looking a little bit fancier. Too thick. Let's find a middle ground here. 1.5. Is that the same width? Wanna find a spot. Yeah, about right. It's about the same as that T. Doesn't look out of place. All right, cool. But I've got this full square to work with. I might just not worry about it and then change the view box. Ooh, I can change the view box later. That's what I can do. So I can use 0, 0, but then change the view box. Let's see. Let's just test that theory. If I change the view box to 200, just do 220 and 220. Yeah, see how we're only getting like a snippet of that? I forget which is which. I think that's X. Uh, let's go 500. We should get it to, yeah, exactly. So we can crop this one at, I don't know, what is this? Let's see here. What is that point? I don't even know. Give it a little more breathing room. Let me go 150. Why is it not snapping to 150? You frustrate me sometimes. All right, let's go here. Cool. That's not 150, but it's something. I don't really care what it is. All right, and then all right, is that center? I'm not totally sure. Let's do this. Let's center it by putting a rectangle here. We're going to group the rest of it. Let's send other stuff to the back. Cool. So grouping this stuff just for a sec, and then centering it on the rectangle I just drew. Cool. Give this rectangle, that doesn't need to have a color. That's fine. Cool. So now we're really just concerned about the M&Ms. Do we want to make this out of M&Ms too? I think that'd be cool, right? That'd be a nice little, like, just a nice effect. The order is really going to matter here a lot, I feel like. All right, sweet. Haha. So let's do this, John. Cool. All right. So I do want to make sure. Actually, no, it doesn't matter. I was going to think about the color change stuff. It actually doesn't matter because we're not going to be copying this over. It's copying the coordinates. So I'm going to build it out first and copy the coordinates into that array I built. Let's turn off snap to grid, snap to pixel. I don't want that. And I guess this is not a time where I need to focus as much. But yeah, so I guess this is where people usually talk about themselves. I don't know. Work at a cool startup here in New Haven. I like it. I don't do a lot of this kind of stuff. So that's kind of why I'm trying to learn animation, just, expand the skill set a little bit. And it's fun stuff to do. So I'm losing a bit of the, width here. As you can see, it gets a little bit wider at the bottom of this S, so I'm just kind of approximating. But, yeah, so I work, mainly with, like, pretty much what amounts to banking software, I'd say. We are a compliance company, and, yeah, it's a cool group of people. We're a startup, but, kinda wanted to explore more design stuff with learning. Look at that, that's almost perfect. Cool, so that's looking cool. Let's see how that looks without anything else. Is it still grouped? Yeah, it is. Let's ungroup that. That's pretty neat. It's I don't know, it's okay. I don't love it. It's a little too dotted. Like, if you look at Casey's stuff, she uses a lot of pieces to make sure that it's like a solid form, right? Like there's not a lot of like there's specks here, but I don't know, it just feels more solid. But I guess she does it there. I don't know. It's fine. I'm being self-critical, I guess. So next letter. This is taking less long than I thought it would. All right. What's our next letter? Here we go. Oh, I didn't copy that one. By the way easier to do this on the computer than the way Casey Logon does it. I can't even imagine. Okay, I've got a weird issue here. Uh, you like I feel like I'm cutting it like I'm cutting so much here. Not sure how to rectify that without like resizing my M&Ms entirely. Can I move you down more? Like I don't know. Yeah, I think that'll be better. I think that'll sell the U a little more. It doesn't need to be exact. It just needs to read well. Like no one's gonna like it doesn't matter if it's this exact U. It just needs to read as a good U. So all right. Let's see. I need to remember that order matters. Though I guess order might not matter as much with building this up as it is with in a minute recording them or whatever. All right. Yeah, I'm in this position again where it's like there's so much in here and I can't fit an M&M really until like there. I don't know. Is that gonna look okay? Oh, it's not a U, it's a W, right? But that's two U's, so sort of the same thing. Yeah, if I move this over, that's tricky. All right. I think I'm getting that SVG issue where it's let's see if we can just bring that up. Like the shadow's starting to look weird. It's not as nice as I would like it. Yeah, that's tough with this medium makes it a little harder to get these letters just right. I can't fit one in there. Half considering just shrinking all the M&Ms to get more out of it, but ooh, I can also do a random rotation. That'll be a nice effect. It's gonna screw up. Oh, I can do a random rotation of the M. It's specifically, not of the whole thing. So the reason I don't want to rotate the whole thing is because you saw like the lighting change, and that just reads as fake, right? So if I rotate the M though, that would work. Cool. That'd be a nice effect to make it right because it looks so perfect, right? And I don't want it to look perfect, perfect. That's kind of part of it. But I do want it to be readable as something. Shoot. All right, what if we do this? Cramming this stuff in here. Like right in the middle, I need like a half an M&M. I don't know, it might be okay. It looks like this isn't gonna take as long as I was worried about. The next trick will be the actual code to procedurally generate these. I think procedurally generate, because I don't wanna import, 100 SVGs. I just wanna have 100 points of data. Oh, shoot. How did I screw this up? Kinda wanna just copy, like, this, right? Oops. Let's lock everything down. That isn't an M&M. I just wanna copy that so it's as exact as I can get it. That's why I'm screwed because alright, let's stretch this out a little bit, bring you over here, bring you here, bring you here. Cool. Looks like it might be decent. See where we at. Nope. So I think the key is gonna be doing a dark background. Let's see how that looks. Do I still have that? Thought I had a background. Nope, that's not what I wanna do. 'Cause like right now it doesn't feel readable to me, but if I put it on so oh right, that's gonna take forever. There we go. If yeah, all right, cool. It's coming together. It's not gonna be black when I do it, but it'll be dark because that looks so much better, and all the colors will kind of pop on dark back. Ooh, brown. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe there's a gray that'll work perfect for this. I don't know. All right. So we're almost there. All right. And come in with that. So whoop. All right. And this one I want it to be pretty level. It's like the only straight line in this whole thing. Do I'm gonna let it carry off a little bit. No big deal there. Although I'm gonna delete these real quick because I would like it if my order of my M&Ms was also the drawing order. See how like it's one after the other. If I go there, 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 there. Because with this T, as you're drawing it, it's gonna go up, and then it would fall down. Unfortunately, I think with my animation, it's gonna go up and then immediately start drawing here. So it's one drawback to this is I can't like redouble my efforts. Maybe ooh, I could do a delay though. That would be nice. So it goes up and then 1, 2, start, and then it draws these out. So let's we'll look at that. Like I said, I need to make sure that I get just the project done rather than trying to add a billion bells and whistles onto it. Just do the thing. Just get it done. Good is, or so perfect is the enemy of good, right? This doesn't need to be perfect. In fact, it won't be. Yeah, I'm starting to wonder about this shadow. Starting to really wonder. Is now the time to ditch it? No, so it doesn't add any size, but if we change that from, I'm concerned about, you see that hard line? Crap, but I guess we can just look and see if it actually does. 'Cause it's pretty much done. I'll draw that in a sec. But where did that thing go? Dark background. Did I delete that? Oh, I'm so special. All right. Let's go like a navy maybe. Why isn't that? Where's that? Right. Life is locked. Cool. Hope that doesn't say life is sweat. Actually, that's not bad either. All right. This was the last one, right? Let's make sure. Yeah. Cool. So from there, I wonder if there's a way to do this so that, is there a way to do text on or objects on a path? Let's learn something new. Yeah, that looks like exactly what I freaking want. Cool. Repeat a shape along a path. How to repeat a shape. I don't want to do a video on live stream. That feels like oh gosh. All right, I'm gonna dip in just to see what the thing is. Like what's the one aspect I need to do? Nope, stop talking, please. All right, here we go. Get to the meat. Yep, so you got the blend tool. I know that part, but how do we do the path part? Make. Whoa, that broke hard. What just happened? Oh man, that was crazy. Weird. All right, so let's go back to this. Cool. So this is weird, but I guess it doesn't matter because I just need it for points, right? I want maybe one more step in there. Actually, let's put it on the path first, then we'll worry about it. All right, so nice lady in the video said blend replace spine is how we do this. So object blend. Sweet. don't love this result though, my god. Alright, so let's before we do anything else, let's just how are we gonna do this? It's starting to get weird. Alright, let's deal with the shadow thing right now. Um, filter, you gotta die for a sec. I think you're breaking stuff. I don't know why anything else would break besides that filter. Blends are a pretty common Illustrator thing. So blend, make, object. What? You can't do opacity? What? This doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe there's something I'm missing. Maybe I just need to ditch instead of turning it off, just like kill that filter. Is that gonna work now, or am I gonna have another problem? I really don't know why that is. I've never seen that. So the reason I don't want to just do it for a circle is I feel like it'll be a little off a couple degrees or whatever, but at the same time, it shouldn't matter. So I can just kill like the highlight and stuff. That shouldn't change the bounding box of this at all. Let's see if that works. Let me make sure I save this because I feel like it's starting to get little scary. Not scary, but just Illustrator is acting a little weird. And whenever that happens in an app, I just need to make sure that that's looks better, right? Why is that? That should just be a shadow on top. It shouldn't be like cutting it, but whatever. All right, let's see what we got. Cool, better. All right, so select the blend, select the path. Did that not happen? It's still locked. Yep, path, blend. Object blend, replace spine. So cool. So let's see. I hope that I can spread those out and that they don't overlap. Blend options. Well, that does very little. That just looks at the rotation, it looks like. All right. Let's see if this, yeah, I don't think it's gonna work. Um, it's freezing on me. Man, 10:30 is getting late. I am usually a person that's in bed by about 10. Like I'm asleep by 10. So this is a little out of my wheelhouse. Yeah, so blend doesn't look like it's gonna be the way to go. Smooth color's not the thing. Because they're all bunching at the corners here and they're getting real spread out in the center. So even with all that, we can't do blend. So let's just go back to what we had and just do this the old-fashioned way. All right, but hey, we learned that blend isn't the solution to this option, so was not a waste. This path to be a little more informative. I want it to match my M&M a little better. Yeah, perfect. It's funny, it's what I had it on before. So the bottom has dado, so I'm trying to match the top. But I'm also getting a little tired, so I just want to get this done. So far, we've very little on it, and this whole thing is an animation project. So that's a little silly, right? I hope a time lapse looks cool with this. Let's do one more to really sell that like down swoop, maybe. Or let's just put the last one a little more spread out, and then or put the last one at the end, and then spread the rest out to fit. Blend tool, you could have helped me out here, but no. You don't do paths right. Cool. All right, let's see what we got. Let's get rid of that path. Sweet's already gone. Yeah, it looks all right. I don't love the ease. I don't know. I just don't think it's super readable, but it is good enough. That's been my mantra for this entire project so far. Teaching yourself animation, that's good enough. Cool. I don't think the grid helps either. It's kind of making it tough. Let's see. Yeah, the grid aspect's weird. View grid, hide grid. Oh, intense on the eyes, right? And let's just extend this so it takes up the whole thing. Cool. Yeah, I'm not thrilled, but I'm happy with that. All right. So now we've got our coordinates. Let's get to putting them in. Let's see. Should we just put them right into CodePen, I guess? Adobe Illustrator. No, we want this. So thank you for the help. Didn't end up using it, but I appreciate it anyway. All right. So pen. Right. So I'm going to stop that and delete our positions inside there. But we're going to have a lot of positions. This part might take the longest, I'm afraid. How many things do we have? Does Illustrator count objects? How many M&Ms is that? I don't think it tells you. No, it's a few, right? Shop would, but this is just group. Right, so let's get to work, I guess. So pull this over. Will this tell me positions? No. I need the part that tells me the position. Properties? Or is like an information one? Info might be it. Cool. That's exactly it. All right. You are now my Bible. Little info tool window thing. All right. So X, Y. Don't know how specific I want to get. I don't know. I wish I could copy these, but I don't think I can. Can I? What are you? No. Yeah, that would be nice. Just recording all the coordinates. Let's see what happens if I copy and oh, not you, not you. Stay out of this life. Wow, this is like starting to break, it feels like. Illustrator getting real weird on me. Saving again. All right. What happens if we copy these? Why do you want to be involved, life? All right, we got this is group ST5, ST4. Can't tell where this starts and where this ends. ST0 is probably where that HM&M starts. Um, ST4, ST5, ST0. Here we go. Here we go. So, 22 by 116.2 doesn't match up at all with this, right? No. If I export the whole thing, though, that might be the shortcut. Let's see if we can hack this a little. I really don't want to type out all these coordinates. Is really where I'm at right now. Life is. Let's hide you for a sec. Actually, let's just make you. I don't love this type, but I'll live with it for now. Create outlines. Cool. So now we can export that in. Make you the size of the artboard. Then we've got this. I think I can delete my old M&M. I don't think there's anything there that I needed. So let's go with pasting in that bad boy. It's going to be a lot. Wow. What happened? It like died. Look at those colors. What even happened there? Weird. I think it's just overwhelmed. Like, did CodePen just crap the bed, or was that Chrome? Um, huh. I have a feeling it's all the SVG filters, honestly. Shoot, I really should have changed those earlier. I really don't want to go through 100 and remove all the SVG filters. They're away. Ooh, here's the nice thing though. All those SVG filters are identical. So I open up VS Code. I can, here, I'll bring this over. So that filter stuff is, or should be the same across all. Wow, that's a lot. SVG ID, fill URL, SVG ID. So the 178 it looks like. Filter ID, AI Gaussian blur. So is that anywhere else? Nope, that's just here. But that AI Gaussian blur might be in a few other places. ST2. What's this SVG ID 1? That's really interesting. So what happens if I just got the filter in this? All right, better, but still weird. I don't know what this all is. Let's try SVG OMG and see if it can handle it. And fix my. Okay, so that seems to handle it a lot better. Let's see if by copying it over, first off, we dropped about 30%. Still a big old file. It won't be this big later though, I hope, um, because we're not actually going to bring in all these SVGs. Yeah, that's so weird. I don't know what's causing that. Do I have a style here? Ah, duh. Yeah, that's what it was. I never deleted these from earlier. So sorry, CodePen. You are not bugging out. It's completely me. But this looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this. Um, now, but this is not how we're keeping it. We gotta gut all these SVGs out of here. I'm really just using them for their um for the coordinates that they have on them. So I don't know how that's gonna work though. I don't know which of. I think I go off the one with the top left coordinates. So that would be 268. Yeah, they're offset a little bit off each other. It's almost like I have to take the first one to take both min values, I think. I think I need to take like the leftmost part of it because this group is going to look at everything inside it. And that's going to include, oh, I hope that's not even, no, that, yeah, so that's going to include the X and the Y here. So this is smaller and more up, and this is more to the left. So it's going to be a bit of work, but we can do this. I might want to format this in some way. Don't need that. All right. Let's see the slowest way to do it. Hopefully this turns out okay. So my first group here, this is probably the life is part. And it is. Cool. So I didn't want that. That I'm fine just putting in there manually or doing some kind of transition in. Not really worried about it. All right. A group S2. So the first one is 243.3. Man, it's gonna be a lot of typing. This is the part where if um 242.1. If this was any other video, I would fast forward through this part. I apologize. Yeah, I don't know. Skip ahead. No one's actually watching this live, so skip ahead. um all right. Let's see. Sorry, I got distracted. All right, ST7, that's not what I'm looking for. So I'm looking for, are they all gonna be this group? I don't want to copy all of the I don't want to copy wrong coordinates. But I guess I'm only looking for circles, right? ST2, here we go. So this is the next one. Okay, so once I collect a circle, I can just close it down. Cool. That's a good way to do it. All right, next one. 2, 6, 8. Wait, is this 100 and some? It's like 170, right? I just got one done in a minute. That's not that's not doable. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna say, forget that thing about taking the min and max of these two. That's gonna take me forever. Let's just go ahead and copy these straight up. The the tops of both, which means I have to open this one up again. All right, even better idea. We're gonna have to automatic error. This is a computer task, right? I'm going through and doing something manual that a computer can definitely do. So that's never a good sign. So let's paste that in here. To get rid of the SVG tags. We are smarter than doing the computer's job. I just like to think we are. So this I don't really care about. You are text. You can go. Let's save you somewhere, file, so that you m&m.html. Sure. Let's give me some colors. All right. Let's get rid of this because this is going to be. Oh, this doesn't duplicate, does it? No, you don't. Different, but same thing at the same time. All right. It's another reason why using the one SVG and creating them procedurally is smarter and just better for this. So let's go delete all path st5 with something in between. So here's what we're going to do. Nope, go away. So we're going to use a regex. We're going to accept pretty much anything in here. Digits and spaces and words. Oh my. To infinity and beyond. And then that is there like punctuation one too? I forget what the other stuff is. 'Cause that doesn't seem to be working. Reg. Non-digit word character. Match either A or B, any digit, any non-white space character. Yeah, let's just do the S and then capital S. Shouldn't that work? Huh. Don't know what it just broke. Huh, that should be working. Okay, struggling on this road right now. Let's pull it into the actual thing. So I want this. Anything that matches that path. And then any space, right? But also any digit, any word, any non-word, and then closing with slash that. How do I do exactly? I want, I literally want that closing thing. So quote slash slash. I just want to match the closing. Why don't make this hard for me? Weird. Yeah, it doesn't like that. Slash. Yeah, I thought I was escaping with a backslash. Cool. There we go. Oh, no. There. And then I'm going to make sure I don't pick up anything else. So let's make sure we're doing it in context. And it's just getting everything. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. How do I tell it that that's where I end? Any word character, any non-word character. exactly. Because it's just like doesn't have any reason to end, right? Um, hmm. So the non-word thing carries it all the way there, but that doesn't. Really confused here. Um, oh, so I think it's that. I mean, you also need to put like put it in that, put in dots and dashes, commas, and quotations. Still nothing. Let's escape that. Cool. There we go. All right. So it's able to put in all the punctuation that we would need, and it's able to pull those out. So let's just check with a couple more and make sure we're not going to pick up anything we don't want. Got that one. Got that one. Got that one. Perfect. This is the regex for me. So replace that with nothing. That was a whole lot of work just to do a delete. Dang it. All right. Let's keep going. I was going to delete everything. So instead of deleting everything but the circles, is there a way to just copy out the ones that I want? Everything with st2 I want, I think. Yeah, absolutely. So let's do the same logic, just copy out st2. Path class, no, it's G class. And then it closes with a G. All right, everything inside it. We also need pop pop. No. Hmm. G class st2. I'm looking at one right there. Oh, what about new lines? Spaces should be included there, so that's fine. Why isn't that getting caught? Um, yeah, so it's picking up that, but then something is stopping it. What's a new line considered? Start of string, end of string. Any Unicode sequences. X. No, X didn't give it to me. All right, line break modifier. I don't need a modifier, I don't think. Just need to pick this bad boy up. So what if I paste that there? That didn't do anything. Sorry, regex streaming isn't the most fun thing, but we're getting there. All right. What about if I pick out all the CXs and CYs and then delete every other one? That might be the way to go, just in general. Cool. So, your number, digit, and or period. I don't care how many. Same thing here. Get rid of that 3. Sweet. So then we've got this. We have these coordinates here, right? Cool. So now I want to wrap those in parentheses so that we can get it into a group. We can reference those groups. By the way, JavaScript. Cool. All right. Looking good. Now I just need to take every other one. Yes, this is going to work. Great. So you have 178. Only thing is now we're just going to take this code and instead of like duplicating this out or whatever, can just use this in a, I don't know, what are those things? Repl it, right? Repl it. Yeah, I haven't been here in a while. Let me log in off screen. I'm a little weird about like security crap, so I don't know if that's probably smart, right? I don't know. Not that anyone's watching, but you never know. All right, so new REPL and going for a little JavaScript. Just create the REPL. I don't care about a name. All right, kind-hearted rough map. Cool. Go forth and multiply. Cool. All right, sweet. So you've got index.js. I'm just gonna do real quick at the bottom. I don't know if this is, I think I can use ES6 stuff. So const HTML equal to, can I already copy it? No. So I've got my giant string, which is not even HTML, it's just an SVG. But from this, I want to run this through and take out, I can pull this back in now that I've logged in with my top secret security. All right, so from there I can do, what was I doing? Yeah, so I want to pull up with this regex. All right, regex equals this. So now I always forget how to do this. Like it's not filter, it's not sort. It's so let's do cool. Yeah, I know that. I'm trying to think of the function on strings. It's like a search or something. Is it search? So we've got our regex. Cool. So you got that. All right. Oh man, in real time. Just want to search with this thing. Here, string replace match. Here we go. All right. Match. Oh, I need to add that global tag to this so it just keeps going and going. I don't want it to stop. I want it to find all of them. So /GM, I think. I don't know what the M is, but let's see if that works. Do I not do regex inside? That's weird. I thought it did inside quotes. Maybe not. Might be remembering that wrong. All right, cool. Let's just do that real quick. Run that. Didn't do anything. All right. All right, I have a paragraph. It's HTML. All right, let's make sure this isn't working at all. Um, huh. Is it showing up in my console and I just don't know it? No. Weird. Why aren't you running at all? Oh, this is annoying. I feel like there's something like really obvious I'm just not seeing. HTML. No, I don't want to talk to anyone right now. Just ironic because I'm live streaming this. But just get rid of everything but this. Okay, so that worked. It took a second, but it worked. Okay, let's build from there. Then I give it like 10 seconds and see if it just takes a while. So this is pattern matching anything with capitals. So that's why it's I and T. So, and it returns an array of all those. Maybe it's just taking a while. Let's get rid of the M. Maybe that M is breaking stuff. Let's just shorten this to a couple. Delete everything else. Can I probably match of undefined? HTML is undefined. Really? Weird. Okay, I can delete that. Trying the quotes again. I don't think that's it, but it just feels weird to run something without quotes. All right. So my other hypothesis is that it doesn't take what are these called? The template literals or whatever these are. So let's just pass it straight up string, which would be hyper annoying, but is there a Babel function that I can do on this? Settings, layout, theme, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. Multiplayer packages. Doesn't that even work? I don't know. Bab? No. Babble. Can we just throw that in there and have it work? Is that how that works? Oh boy. Yeah, okay, so that's not. Yeah, it's still busted. Never mind. Just kill everything here. Just don't even. I just want you dead. Delete, please. This is probably something real dumb. Bar HTML equals that string. That doesn't need to be at the top because of hoisting, but let's do it just because. What? It did need to be at the top? Man, okay. Whew. All right, so we've got our stuff. It's working. Let's copy that code all back in here. That's annoying. I don't know why I didn't know that, but all right. That's taking a lot longer, but we know it works. It's just because I'm running it in the cloud or whatever that it's taking so long, because that's feels like a simple operation at its core. Man, this is the real slowdown part of this. But I'd rather do this than still be typing out those numbers, honestly. This feels more productive, and I can use this later on where I can't use my previous method later on in another one. All right, so this is going to take a friggin' hour to try to work through. I just want those numbers. All right. If it's not there in 10 seconds, we're going to try to find another solution for this. All right. Let's find something else. All right. Let's think about this in another way. Can I clear out some more of this data for it so it runs a little bit smoother? Probably, right? Probably get rid of ST6. Yep, select all those, get rid of those. Anything path, really. I'm just looking for circles. So path, anything. Got those. Linear gradients. Oh, you can definitely get the axe. Nope, that's not working. That's weird. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Any group I can get rid of? Any closing group I can get rid of? All right, that's narrowing us down a bit. Really? Configure prettier. You're not gonna prettify this for me? This is getting brutal. All right, G class st2 can go. Delete all those. G class st7 can go. Delete all those. Linear gradients can go. All right, we're down to linear gradients, stops, and offsets. Cool. We've whittled this down a lot. So we're down to circles, and we're taking every other circle. So let's copy this over to here. So I want this part. Near gradient, and then I don't care what's inside. And then the closing. So words, numbers, spaces. Where did that's not picking up? A to Z, spaces. Why isn't that working? Okay. And then digits, equal sign. Quotes. So it's reduce the A to Z. We want words, we want digits, we want spaces, quotes, periods, and then that bad boy. There we go. Sweet. Oh, that's why, right? Of course, they can't actually prettify this because it's busted. That's some busted code. G class. Cool. Any other G classes? Sweet. All right, let's just put an SVG on this and an SVG. See if we can format this now. Still cannot. Cool. All right, this is way better. So now we can start whittling down these. So let's delete all the ST4s. Circle class ST4CX. Some garbage. Digits and dots. Right, and then a quote. Am I missing something there? I think, no. Oh, right, multiple. And then we want to do space CY equals All right, let's do this back in here. It's always faster to do it here. So why did that space kill me there? Let's just put space in here. Oh, right, I need the end quote. No? Weird. That was working until... Okay, there we go. And the same thing. R equals 17. Man, I'm not typing great. All right. Cool. So there's that. Nice. Let's copy that back to prettier real quick. Make this gorgeous, please. Wow, that was a lot of steps, but I've got a decent workflow now. That'll take me a lot less time next time. Sweet. I just need to get rid of some stuff. Let's get rid of all the radiuses. Radians? Sure. Sweet. I think we're there. Yep, this was definitely the way to go. Let's back up a couple steps and make this into my full array so I don't have to paste anything. So every CX needs to be replaced with a opening bracket. All right, every quote CY needs to be replaced with a comma space. And then every quote needs to be replaced with closing bracket, comma, space. Wait, no, that's not right. There we go. Sweet. There's my data points. I hope. Dear God, if it's not, I don't know what I'll do. They're all under 1,000, so that's good. That's a good sign. All right. Now let's throw an array around that, and then an array around this. Cool. There's my array. Okay, they don't want to do anything with that array. Just keep it the way it is. Thanks. Okay, thank you. All right, let's get out of Replit. You are very little help. All right, so this pen, let's see what we've got. I want to like minify that. Tidy.js. So positions are there. Let's get rid of almost everything. Let's just get rid of everything. Yeah, let's just gut this. Aside from the actual SVG outside. Cool. Actually, let's bring... No, we're good. All right, so... Man, I'm starting to lose train of thought at this hour. This is a lot. So I want to have cool height 1,000. That's exactly what we want. Change that color later, make it just right, but for now that's fine. Then I want to pull in just one of these. Probably keep it where it was. Make a copy. Illustrator's chugging along. So y0, x0, is that right? Yep, cool. So now I want to copy that with this. Just do that. Sweet. But I don't want VBox. I want it to be 0. Oh, right. It's going to. Yeah, okay, so let's undo that. So basically when I pasted it in, it adjusted its internal VBox for the M&M. So gonna undo what I did. Nope, not that far. All right, yeah, because now the rectangle is not 1,000. Oh, well, it is, but it starts at a different spot. So that's not what we want. So let's just keep that there. Height is 1,000. Actually, height and width, I don't really care about. These are each 1,000. Cool. Then let's put that class back on it so it stays. Sweet. Now let's put that M&M, and we're gonna pray that it doesn't. Pray that it doesn't go crazy on me. So kill this filter. Rectangle is the background. So this is M&M. So group here. I think let's put a class on here to test it. So I think that's the M&M. Yep, that's our M&M. Cool. So that's the M&M that I'm going to be reusing over and over. So that's cool. So this is M and M. Nope, I don't want to do that. M and M, that works. But the positioning is the part where it's a little busted. All right, positioning you off screen might be a little tricky, but we just need to figure out. Yeah, no, I can't do that with all these different coordinates. All right, so that's a decent starting point. I'm not mad at that. I'll have a bag coming into like here, and then they'll all just start from here. Oh no, they need to start from 0, 0. They must start from 0, 0. Otherwise, all the relative stuff's going to be off. Let's see how we adjust this. All right, first off, we need to figure out how to create new M&Ms. All right, so create function, create M&Ms. So how do we create new class? So let's do ID equals. So create So I need to use JavaScript to programmatically create, let's close some of these tabs, create a bunch of, man, I'm losing train of thought. Yeah, it starts to happen late at night. So using JavaScript to create new SVG elements within this SVG. All right, cool. So I want to grab the SVG, just copy this over and see what we've got. All right, so I want to get our SVG, get element by tag name. That might actually work. But let's give it an ID. Class image ID equals base. Sorry, just feeding my dog a treat. Here you go, bud. Here you go, bud. What's this? There you go. He's been good. He's been hanging out here with me. So I have one viewer. Tell that to YouTube. All right, so base SVG. Terrible at naming stuff, but there it is. Element by ID. Cool. Then create element NS. The heck is NS? Namespace. New element. Ah, okay. And then we go and we set the attributes of it. Okay. Cool. So we've got all these. Yeah, set paths data. Cool. All right, that works. So can I just, I mean, do I have to, can I just make a new group and put this HTML inside it? Don't that work? Is that gonna work? I think that'll work. All right, do these even need to be groups? You don't need to be a group. You're a circle. You're also a circle. You're one path. You don't need to be a group. Chill out. You have a class name, so you can stay. The rest, you don't need to be a group. Should really have run this through SVG OMG. Let's do that real quick. All right. The rest I'm not too worried about. All right, let's see if that still works. All right, cool. So we've got something here. I don't know what that's for. That's just leave that then. Yeah, that's a special gradient fill. All right, nice. So from there, we can go on. Actually, want to find out what the M is. What's the M? Because I want to rotate that later. Are you the M? I don't think so. No, that's the highlight. I think the M's the lower one. It's you, isn't it? Yep. So class S4. M letter M. Cool. So, and then our JavaScript is drawing that little thing there. Oh, man, getting brutal. All right, so you got one M&M, and I want to create thousands, or there's a couple hundred. So I need to put all this stuff into my code. So let's try this. Let's try to create a new group and put all this stuff inside it, right? Right. Let's go var m&m code, not code, paths. So I call them candies. That's easier than M and M. Cool. So you got you got candy paths, create candies. I don't get sued that way. Cool. Create candies, candy paths. So we create an SVG. Now we create a group. Now we get the SVG. And then we create a group inside. We don't want a path though. We want a G. And then inside that G, so new element dot inner. Right, there's no inner HTML because it's not HTML. Dang it. SVG group. What properties do you have? Not when I create 6 different things. Styling attributes, core attributes. Create, can I reference one and copy it? Excuse me. All right. So I'm doing a lot less talking, I realize. All right. Create duplicate. Yeah. Cool. This is what I want. Create element, get element by ID box. Then and SVGNS. Yeah, you literally have to just go through and do this. All right, whatever, that's fine. This is a nice shortcut to get me halfway at least. That's fine. All right, cool. So I don't remember what I grabbed. Let's put the SVG outside of it. So I don't have to do that every time. That's unnecessary. Base SVG is there. Then we need to create this new element at the top. So let's go. What are those things called? Candy positions? Candy positions. Let's do candy positions. Candy positions equals So we've got candy. Let's go X position. Not just a candy. All right. Let's go to that. Take this out of our circle. Document create element circle. Let's just do a group first. All right, because he did a little thing in the middle. All right, man, I'm getting all out of sorts. Nighttime is not kind to my brain. All right, so I'm almost there, I feel like. Don't care about the radius, don't care about, so CX. So I gotta build each one of these, is what it looks like, right? So his whole thing, set attribute ID, circle plus I. Man, that's a lot to do. All right, so I can worry about my circles first. So so we've got this. Radius is 17.1, I believe, right? Am I remembering that right? 17.1. Candy 0. Is that X? Yeah. And then candy 1. Cool. Set attribute ID is circle plus I. No, that's not where's that code? So first I need to create this group. That's really what I need to do. So the group var group equals document. All right, so circle. No, I want a group. Shadow circle, I can get those things. I want fucking jQuery. Man, this is getting sloppy. All right, candy paths. No, that's not what I want. Okay, so function, got that. What? So weird. Cool. That's better. All right. So create candies. I want to have a create circle function. Might be a little. It's just only doing it twice. So circle set attribute. So shadow circle. Oh wait. Um. Yeah. No, I'm not doing that. That's for later. But shoot, how am I? Oh, okay. So I just need to make a candy. I don't need to worry about where it is. Create candy. Yeah, I don't need to worry about candy positions. Just need to make one. Yeah, I don't need to worry about how many. Just need to give it an ID, an iterative ID. So I'll pass this the ID. Only got to make one, so I don't really care about any of that other stuff. Cool. So this gets called. So basically, so first we're going to create candy, move candy to bag to position. Right? I mean, create. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So this is going to call. So loop overall positions. So that's going to be candy positions. So create candy, move candy to position on canvas. That's it. All right. So candy positions for each candy. That's going to give us a var x position equals candy 0 and then 1. All right, but we also need a what's this for each also has an index that it gives us, right? Believe so. Sure hope so. So we're gonna pass that index to create candy, and then did I create a timeline already? Yes, I did. Get rid of that repeat. We're not gonna want to repeat. Timeline dot two. I'm gonna select M and N or candy. It's gonna be an ID. Candy hyphen index. Take 0.5. Oh, how do we? Oh, it's gonna be a stagger too, right? It's gonna be all candies. Yeah, I don't want to create them and then add. We'll see how this goes. So we're gonna do a stagger too. We'll see. So it's gonna be a class candy, and then I don't know, 0.1. Oh, what if we just do a 2? Because this could be a little different. Cool. All right, let's try this purely with a circle. So set attribute ns of the group. Let's go. So the ID is plus ID. Circle plus ID. I don't want circle plus ID. I want candy plus ID, right? Candy dash ID. So this is going back to an ID. Cool. Is this working? Or is this going to work? Should be working already if it would, right? So CX isn't a thing. That might be the issue. See what we want that to be. Just do 0, 0 right now, right? So neither of these are getting called, that's why. See our console. Okay, so all right, so I think I might not have timeline. That's right. All right, cool. I did not. So I should at least be seeing 1 in the console. I'm not sure why I'm not. Really wish the error handling was better with CodePen. Not sure what's wrong. Let's see if I move this up here. Trying to think if maybe it's why isn't the console give me anything? Looking at my real console, let's see. Real console is saying failed to execute post message or window, an object could not be cloned. Can't read property type of undefined, missing parenthesis after argument list. All right, got a few issues here. Where's the parenthesis after argument list? 227, that doesn't help. All right, let's start. cutting out stuff until we get a good result. Okay, I didn't fix the missing parenthesis thing. Function animation, console log. Get rid of this stuff. All right, so something in here is breaking it. Create candy index. Ah, that right there. Cool. So I'm seeing the 1. Can I see the 1 again? Or maybe a 2? Don't see a 3, okay. So SVG NS is not defined. Right, because we deleted that. Don't know why. All right. Append child of undefined. That shouldn't be that way anymore. Its SVG is there now. All right, let's see. Getting 1 and 3. All right, append child of undefined. Base SVG append child. Let's just do that in here. Circle is not defined. Right, of course it's not. TL is not defined. What is TL? Timeline, right. Here we go. We're getting closer. All right, so that seemed to go through. Let's go 100. No, didn't seem to do anything there. All right. So I feel like we're close, but we're not actually doing anything. Cool. So I'm getting some stuff there. Although I'm not in my real console. Nice. All right, cool. All right, let's not grab the base SVG 300 times. Oh man, I think that's crash code, Ben. Cool. It's still getting it. Oh boy. Yeah, I need to get that immediately. All right. Let's just log it once. Cool. So from there, Hey, there's our circle. All right, cool. Oh man, we made a thing. All right, we're so close, guys. At least I hope so. God, I hope so. I feel like once we get this next part, I feel like we've got all our positions. We've got everything that we need. We just need to get this thing to start moving stuff around. All right. So nice. Now we just need to figure out um what the shadow circle actually was. Like what is this still my simple one? This is, yeah, a super simple one. I need to actually look at the M&M. All right, I need to bring this guy back. Cool. I like how each one has its own undo. That's really nice. So circle class blah blah blah. Oh wait, it's not animating though. Let's figure that out. Why aren't you animating? Well, you don't have that right class, is what I think it is. Um, but need to add you to the group first. Group dot and then add the group to the SVG. There we go, guys. It works. Oh man, that's cool. Oh, it's out of order. There's one that's out of order. I'll have to catch that. Dude, that's sweet. Love it. I'm so pumped about that. All right, cool. We're there. We just got to get that M&M doing it. Awesome. Thank you for sticking with me. Nobody. This has been fun though. I'm taking my headphones off. There's not much for me to listen to. Just getting sweaty with them. Ugh. All right. Where can I put these? All right. We're almost there. Whew. It's been a long ride. So yeah, that's fine. I don't even need that part. Do I? Whatever, just keep it. All right, so you are R. All right, the rest, so let's stop animating right now. Cool, so from there, okay, so you got that. Now I just need to do it with M&Ms. So I need to build the M&M in code. So we've got a circle. We've got our two circles. So all right, so shadow circle is going to be candy circle. All right, so this one has class st2, class st3. All right, sorry, it's afraid I'm still on mic. All right, so now we're doing the shadow path, doing a path. Let me find that. So we don't need the rectangle. We did the two circles. Now we need this path, classes. Cool. So the data here is what I want. I think that's the shadow. We'll figure it out. Shadow path. Data is going to be this. Don't think I need anything else. So shadow path, shadow path, shadow path. I think I made the shadow path first. Oh, wait, that's the letter M. Cool. Class. So this is not shadow path, but letter M. Letter M. Letter M. Cool. And then letter M. All right. Yeah. All right, let's see if we can zoom in on that. Yep, looking good. Cool, cool, cool. Wait, did it get wonky? Or is that just because? Let's see. Did you still have SVG go open? Yeah, did you bust my stuff up? It's a little funny. I'll leave it be. That's character. All right. So looking good. Let's see what else we can do. Did this. All right, I zoomed in. Cool. All right. So you got our letter M. Next. Let's move all these at the front where they are. All right. So now you need our shadow thing. Then we need our highlight. Shadow path. Cool. So the shadow path is this guy. All right. And then last but not least, our highlight path. Oh no, there's already your gradients and stuff here. Ah, that's gonna be so annoying to put in this. Dang it. All right. That was ST5 though. Did that work? Yeah, that one was simple. But did it get the right classes? ST5. That's highlight path. Class ST5. Why did that look so dark? Highlight. No. Okay. ST5. ST9. Let's go. 6. Whatever it is. All right. So we've got a couple more steps here. So we got to make a new group. So let's do this gradient here. Var. So that only did one gradient. All right. I'm thinking maybe creating 100 of these SVGs and then animating them all with a stagger is gonna be the best way. We'll see though. SVGNS path. No, linear gradient. And then within that, I need to put more stuff. God, that's a pain in the ass. All right. So gradient needs an attribute. How fun is this? God, this is awful. This is really not a fun API. Um, ID is SVG ID underscore one underscore. Oh man. All right. Next we do so gradient. Next is gradient units, user space on use. Great. X1. Why can't I just do this with XML? This is annoying. I don't know if that's supposed to be. Let's try that. X1, Y1, X2, Y2. Let's see, SVG creator. I just want to see if there's something that can let me like do this. Like this is a thing that a computer can do, right? Yeah, okay. All right. We're almost there. I hope so. So it's gradient. We did all these things. Now you got to put something inside the gradient. You got to put these stops inside. Then the gradient's done. That wasn't too bad. But create a new thing called a stop. So we're creating two stops. Stop one and stop two. So stop one gets the attributes 0 and stop color of and then same with stop 2. Just gets one more. And the offset is 1. Stop opacity is 0. Cool. But they're both white. That's, yeah, perfect. All right, but that's step 2. All right, so then we need to add those to gradient. Oh, tired dog. I have a snoring dog next to me. Cool. It's looking good. Let's tidy this HTML or this JS. All right, let's close this up again. Get rid of this hey. Looking good. All right. Add that gradient to the group. Last but not least, this path, this highlight path. So class is st7. And the data is here. Sweet. All right, highlight paths in. Nice. Let's see if we can start to see this coming together. Okay, I got these. All right, we've got our things. I think it gets injected with the right class name, Candy Dash. Will this really do it? So cool. Wow, that felt like a lot. All right, let's go in and fix up those couple of things. So would counting be the best way? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 is where we lose it. So 1, 2, 3. All right, so I think if I comment these two out, it will not be those top ones, and that's what I'm looking for. Looking for the part where wait, what? Ah, okay, I was wrong. So that's the top. It's funny how you doesn't even register. All right, let's try that one. So after the E, they come back in. Weird. Oh boy, let's take shots in the dark. Closer. These are in the 600s. Here we go. These are the outliers. You two don't belong here. Let's bring you back to where you're a little more safe. That looks perfect. Yeah, real happy with that. All right, so can we speed it up a little? Or do we want to speed it up a little? All right. Sorry I'm not talking as much. Just so tired. And, it's tough to talk to yourself for like 4 hours. So, yeah, I'm not that sorry, but yeah, anyway. Okay, putting this in. So there's my background. Here's my text. ST9, let's go for. No, let's go just ST1 now. I'm gonna unpaste that aspect of it. Copying. Let's go over to VS Code again, and let's pop this in. And instead of ST1, I want to do text style. No, life is text. Cool. So we have this timeline. Do my animation. I want to do first. So yeah, life is text, right? So tl.stagger2. Let's look at the stagger docs. No, I don't want to stagger these. I'm staggering the rest of it. So timeline. Um, life group timeline dot two life group. One second, and we do. That's weird. Life. Oh, because right. All right. So here we go. Cool. All right. So got this sweet ass animation. Couple more things we got to do. I don't know if we're gonna do it tonight, but we got to get a randomized color. I kind of eyeballed that red. Let's eyeball a couple more colors. So we've got these different things that kind of like that red anyway. I don't really care if it's accurate. I want it to look good. All right. We're using these, not so much the shadowy ones anymore. Just the one with a simple drop shadow. I want a blue. Man, my computer's running slow. Let's close out any tabs I'm not using. Leave site, yes, please. All right, cool. Casey Lagon, thank you very much. Sorry for ruining your art. All right. So I want a few colors. So wheeling these out so we can get some colors going. On an orange. Probably something like that, right? Yeah, it's pretty good. We want a blue. I didn't realize the blues are so light with M&Ms. Not a big M&Ms eater or anything like that. There we go. Looks pretty good. Yellow. Yellow is almost greenish in this picture. Is that good? I don't think so. Yellows are tough, man. Oranges and yellows are usually a tricky color to pick. So there's just such a little bit of a band. This is all blue. Just like blue for miles. And then this is yellow. That's it. So tricky. Yeah, I also settle for that. That's terrible yellow. Like the one I had before. Let's see if Illustrator has a good default. They have a decent swatch list. Yeah, sure. Let's go for default yellow. All right, we've got red, we've got blue, we've got yellow. We need a brown, I think. I really hope the brown doesn't screw this up just because it's a much darker color than these other ones, but might be cool. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. And then orange, red, blue, green. Cool. I'm happy with that. Orange, red, blue, green. I don't see anything else. Sweet. All right. So now we've got our colors. I'm going to lock the background, kill this, and ungroup these. So I can drag off anything that isn't, or just I'm going to drag off the actual color part that I care about. I like the black M&M look. That's cool. Computer's going real slow at this point. I'm just trying to delete anything that makes it run a little better. Cool. Oops, deleted that orange. Do I like their orange better? I don't know. We'll go with that. All right. So we've got these guys. Let's make a colors array. It's gonna be an array of strings. And we're gonna go around copying these, comma. Okay. Oops, that's not how you do that. Cool. All right. Yellow. Cool. So let's go JS pick random from array. You're a genius, Google. Select a random item from an array. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah. All right, nice. Let's go color. Thank you, CSS Tricks. So we're looking at create candy function. Shadow circle, we want candy circle. So random item, my array, met. So colors. Colors. Right, yeah. So random item is random. Oh yeah, that's what it, yeah, I wanted to do. Yeah, it's probably better if I do, we'll see. So fill can do random color. Nope, that didn't work. All right, let's see what else we can do. So if you get rid of st3, does that? Awesome. Yeah, that's really fun. Cool. All right, so we did that. Now we just need an M&M's bag to illustrate, right? Right here. Boom. But I don't want the characters. So is there one that's got? I'm just gonna do the crinkly thing anyway. Copy image. All right. Man, fatigue is real, y'all. I am feeling it. So I'm not at all copying this. I'm just going to use it as a point of reference. I need a rectangle. Right, I need to rotate. I'll wait for it to rotate it. I need this side to be jagged or whatever. Now there's an effect, path, warp, zigzag, distort, transform. Here we go. Preview. Yeah, I might just thought I could do it on the one side, but Alright, so small size. Perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for. I just didn't want it on all sides. I thought I picked the size that I was whatever. This works. Alright, so cool. Least. Um, let's take the zigzag off of this top one. Don't want that one to be orange, but all right. I'm gonna expand that. Cool. So now I've got that. I'm gonna erase what I don't want, and then we'll join those paths together. Cool. All right. All right. Almost there. Once again, sorry for my weird noises and stuff. Focusing and whatnot. I probably need a tear though, right? Yeah, so can do first off, did we no, we didn't merge these yet. Cool, merged. Now let's do a knife. Perfecto. All right, let's go with both of these. Let's bring them out. Bring them out. Oops. All right, you got these. All right, so these are both going to be that brown. All right, that's looking pretty good. I mean, it's not. It's actually not, but I don't know what else to do with it. I don't have the time or patience to go in and shade it, so I don't love it, but I need something there to cover up my mistakes. So, sorry. All right. Cool. So that's only there now. Perfect. All right, so let's hide guides. Guess I ended up using the whole thing, didn't I? Yeah, I planned on cropping this, but I ended up not, I guess. All right, is there any way to add a little depth to this real quick? I know I've used this drop shadow technique, but will it save my butt? Maybe. It won't not save my butt. Man, I don't know if anyone else has contacts, but that is rough to have in your eyes for a while. Eyes are burning right now. This is the most athletic thing I've done all week. Cool. All right, that'll do. We're almost done. I said that 10 times. All right, so that first one, interesting that they made that first one a path now. So you gotta bring it over to code because the classes are getting all screwed up. So st1, st2, st3, st4. What is st1 in this? It should just be one color. What's even st0? Okay, so st0 is that. st1 is this. Oh, because I did two different opacities, right? Let's fix that. That shouldn't happen. I should have just done this. That's so much easier. Okay, cool. st0 is our background. st1, st2, st3, st4. Why do we have all these STs? Where is STs coming from? Stab it. All right, we've got you. You're opacity 27. You're opacity 27. You're that thing. You're that thing. Can we all just not have our own styles, guys? Why? What color are you? 3F. 3F. Where's the other color coming from? T1. Oh, they're going in groups. That's what it is. Hey, all right, whatever. It's fine. You can be a group for all I care. All right, let's get you in here along with you. ST1, you are wrapper 1. ST2 is wrapper 2. ST3 is wrapper 3. ST4 is wrapper 4. Huzzah. Right. How do I do that? All right. Shoot. All right. So close. How do we get this on top of that? So can I do group? Let's go ID equals wrapper. Wrapper is nope. SVG don't give a shit. Let's find out SVGZ index. I don't think it has it. Right. That's what I was afraid of. Based on the document order. So how do I put you? So if I put these all into a group inside, yeah, that's what we can do. All right, so we're gonna put this into groups inside the DOM. Not inside the DOM, inside that SVG. So right behind wrapper, is there? So yeah, got this M&M. Peace out. But I'm gonna do a group with ID. Candy, um, candy container. Terrible names, but yeah. So instead of appending it to appending child to base SVG, so var candy container equal to it's a group, and then yeah, so you got that. Append append child. Did I say that? Nope, I did not. Append child, candy container. And then we append everything to candy container. And since candy container is underneath wrapper, what? What? I don't even know how that happened. Right, because yeah. All right, so we're getting the base SVG, but that's not what I really wanted, honestly. Let's get base SVG group. Cool. Nice. I'm happy with that overall. Is there a better color for this background? Let's hit swatches real quick. Let's see. No, can't do brown. Can't do blue. The grays. I think darker is going to be even better for this. No. All right. I think that's it for now. I think that's all I wanted to do, really. I'm pretty happy with this turnout. Um, yeah, if you liked it, I don't know, subscribe. If you're here, I could probably get my phone number at this point, and you can call me, and we can hang out because that's not happening. I mean, like, no one's here. So either way, I had a good time. I'm glad I did this. Made a cool thing. I have probably a decent video from it. And I should stop talking to myself and go to bed. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.